Well, I pressed start already. Welcome back to Logical Ideas Podcast, everybody. Listen, we've been on hiatus for a bit, we know.
It's Austin's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end
I
of the
wouldn't
day,
say
Oh, absolutely.
we.
Well, we, as a collective podcast group, as the Logical Idiots, have been on hiatus.
What about the singular logical idiot running
But it
this?
is my fault. I'll say that much.
Austin committed what we like to call in the business a colossal
Logical
fucky
idiocy.
wucky. And now we're here.
Yeah, I basically I started putting too much effort into the podcast, being like, oh, taking it too seriously, and I forgot that this is just for fun for us. And when I couldn't keep getting guests on, I kind of messed with that. And then when we could finally schedule something, my roommates were like loud and stuff like that. Now I don't care. We're just gonna vibe, just chill. I'm even playing games while we're recording this for the first time ever on a podcast. So we're just gonna be chilling and having fun. How you guys been?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah.
aging.
Rapidly.
Yeah, rapidly, extreme. Like it's a problem.
Yeah, fair enough.
I wake up, I look like a raccoon. I go to bed, I look like a raccoon. I'm really just kind of a raccoon.
Okay. Eat a lot of trash. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My diet is consistently garbage.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Oh, by the way, we got the little sticker here for the Logical Idiots podcast reference. W.
That's just a life reference, to be honest.
It is a life reference, but we mentioned it on the podcast. That's why we're doing it. Now, Grant, I was gonna tell you this earlier, but I was like, no, I should tell it on the podcast. So I was driving home, right? Like, I was driving home, and I look over in the left lane, and you ever see something and go, well, someone is really bad at their job. Yeah. Apparently, someone's car, like, the electrics were rigged up wrong, because every time he hit the gas or the brakes light would turn on.
That's some homemade shit right there.
Yeah. So, like, I was like, man.
No, honey, I can do the wiring.
I was like, man, why is this dude braking but going faster than me and like speeding up faster than I am?
He just actually was braking.
No, he wasn't. Like, he literally went the entire way down the Lloyd going like with the brakes. Like, oh yeah. This was the day.
Oh shit.
This is why this was like as I was driving home today from dinner.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Oh yeah? Where'd you go?
Cracker Barrel.
Dude. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. It's very white. But I fuck with some Cracker Barrel.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it.
Dude. Morning Cracker Barrel, the pancakes and shit.
Dude. Today's meal was no bueno.
What'd you get?
Well, I usually get a chicken fried chicken there. And I'll get like...
I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah. Well, like this for dinner, right? For breakfast, I'll get like French toast or pancakes.
Okay. Wait.
But
French toast or pancakes?
Yeah.
Which one's better?
I like French toast more than pancakes, but I think everyone can agree that pancakes are better. I like French toast better than pancakes, but I think everyone can agree that pancakes are better. It's just a personal preference. But
we'll have to be wrong sometimes.
Exactly. I got chicken fried chicken, I got like fries, and I usually get corn. Apparently, Christmas and like the stock, like stocking everything, they were out of corn, like just ran out of corn when we got there.
God damn.
Do you know how hard it is to run out of corn?
Pretty hard, because we live in fucking Indiana.
Yeah. No, it was interesting to say the least. And so I was like, all right. So I literally only ate the chicken because like I ate it too. We like for lunch and then we ate at 5. I knew I didn't want to cook anything tonight, so I was like, sure, I'll get out. And dude, when I tell you that was like the driest chicken I have ever eaten in my life. I mean,
oh, dude.
No.
That's how I feel about Slim Chickens. I hate Slim Chickens.
Yeah.
I've had Slim Chickens one time. It was not like amazing, I'm gonna be honest.
You almost haven't had Slim Chickens then.
Here's the thing, I got a free Slim Chicken sandwich because We were playing a basketball team, and they missed their first 2 free throws. And at Purdue, the Slim Chicken at Purdue, they do a thing where if the opposing team misses their first 2 free throws, they give out free sandwiches for a certain amount of time to people who are at the game.
I never knew that. That's
So
interesting.
you took all of them?
Well, here's the
For
thing. I wasn't.
Well,
We're gonna keep this on a down low. Not really. I was not at the game, but what we also didn't know was that it was 24 hours after the start of the game, right? So the game started at 6. So at 6 o'clock the next day is when that deal ends, right? So they're closed overnight, whatever. We didn't know that there was a time limit on it, so we pull up at like 5:30, get in line. We're in line at 5:58. The lady at the counter is like, come on, let's hurry, let's get everybody through here. So we just walk up. We ordered the last free chicken sandwiches.
No shot.
She never looked to see if we had tickets. She just assumed because we were there. She was like, oh yeah, they probably have them.
Fair.
We did not.
Fair.
That was also the night my former professor, who I'm gonna have next semester, left her child with me for an hour while she went and did things.
You never told me that.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Okay, so we're waiting in Slim Chicken, right? After
Yeah.
we order, this professor is sitting there and she's like, hey, I'm parked illegally. Watch my kid while I go repark. And of course I say, all right. Like, what am I gonna say? No.
Give me an
Like,
A first.
So I'm like, all right. So she leaves for like 20 minutes, right? In this time, we find a table and we sit down. We're just talking to this kid. We got some pretty funky looks. Like, people definitely thought we kidnapped this little fucking kid because he's literally 12, right? This is
yeah.
a child, right? And we're 20. We're sitting there talking to him. She comes back. She comes up and she's like, hey, I gotta make a quick call. I'll be right back. And then proceeds to disappear for another 40 minutes.
And then the cops are on their way.
So
Dude,
we
CPS on the phone.
We are sitting in Slim Chickens with my professor's kid, just sitting there talking to him while she's on the phone. And I think I definitely earned some brownie points there.
And did you end up passing that class or?
I haven't. Well, I had her the first semester of my sophomore year,
Oh, okay.
and I'm having her again this semester.
I thought this was the professor of like 220 or 270.
No, fuck that guy.
That's why
That
I was
is a
like,
man.
man, you actually
If I watched him have a heart attack in the street, I would step over his body and shit on him. I fucking hate that dude.
Oh, that's a fair
Right.
reaction, I feel like.
Crazy.
No,
that's a
You
fair
don't
reaction.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely zoned out just watching Austin just drive.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just looked over at my monitor, saw him just driving, and just kept just watching him drive. I just zoned
It's so
the fuck
fun,
out.
dude. Now that I actually figured out how to use it, it's so fun.
Oh, did you fix your oversteer?
Well, I just stopped going as fast around these turns, and I figured out how to brake properly before it,
Oh,
and that
So-
solved the problem pretty well.
so you figured out how to hit the brake pedal?
Well, here's the thing, right? When I was driving on a controller, braking was never an option because I didn't have to. I just knew how to take the turns perfectly. On this,
What?
you don't have that like control as much,
Yeah.
so it's a lot. You have to actually drive like you're actually driving. You know, like,
Mhm.
you can't drive it like you would any other car. You know, so it's a bit different.
Check the recording to make sure it's still going.
It is. I pressed
Good.
on my Stream Deck this time, so I made sure.
Good, because as I'm sure we've said on the podcast before, but it's been a while since we talked about it. We have had I think that was another big reason we kind of stopped. At least four.
At least
minimum
four.
Almost nearly full recordings that we did not get because the recording software stopped. Like at the
And-
beginning.
Part of it was on me, part of it was on the recording software. It was like part of me was like I clicked on it up there, and I guess I must have misclicked or whatever to stop it, or like I clicked something to kind of like crash it for half a second and it stopped, and I never checked it. So part of it was on me, 100%.
About 90% Austin's fault, about 10% the software's fault.
Well, for like the entire for the entire podcast, I'll say that, like for the entire reason why we stopped.
Definitely a brutal time in our history.
I think it was also like honestly just also my apartment situation too. I was too frustrated to continue doing it as well.
Oh, definitely.
Like I haven't talked about this on the podcast at all yet.
You should. I'm excited. Dude, do the whole breakdown.
Okay. So
people love it. People eat this shit up.
Dude. Yeah, no, your friends love it because they can. Okay.
Well, they can relate a little bit.
Yeah, true. So basically, I have my apartment is an on-campus apartment, right? So it's basically a dorm with an extra room is basically the way you would like frame it, right? So you walk in, you have this giant, like not giant, you have this living space, probably I don't know, like barely bigger than a bedroom. Like probably like twice the size, or like 1 3/4 the size of a normal bedroom, right? And it's still pretty cramped. Then you have a kitchen, like a kitchenette thing, and then you have a bedroom for 3 people and a bathroom, and that's the apartment. Now, I'm on the bottom bunk. We have another roommate on the top bunk, and my friend, who like I was friends with last year, on the other side of the room. And by other side of the room, I mean max 7 feet away. From like my bed. So I chose the bottom bunk because I like the coffin feel. So I put a little blanket on my side. You know, it's nice and cozy. I love it. Now, my one roommate, who's my friend, he's loud and he snores. I love him to death still. Like we go at each other, we clash a little bit, but I love him still. But his snoring is terrible. I mean, so bad. If he falls asleep before me, I don't get any sleep. Like that's where I'm at, right? So I usually have to go to bed between like 10, 11 max, right? Or like at that point, or I just stay up all night and then go to bed when he wakes up. That's where I'm at. And so for a while it was really killing me because I wasn't getting much sleep, and I just couldn't get my sleep schedule down to where like I could go with it, right? Until I finally found a solution in the form of another problem. So basically, we have this other roommate, and he's Vietnamese, and he started dating this girl in the summer, right? But she's also from Vietnam.
This is the summer, as in like
this recent summer.
He started dating her like 2 weeks before school started.
Like a month before school started. And so, well, as luck would have it, it's the worst thing for us ever. Like, just so bad. Because they want to do long distance, which, fine, sure, that's fair. But for them, long distance means being on the phone 24/7. 18 hours a day minimum. Now you start to see the problem of why I get so angry. Mix someone who is constantly annoying all the time with no room to separate us and anger issues. And you have quite possibly the worst explosion of anger you have ever seen. And so, the thing is too, he is also just so inconsiderate, just unbelievably inconsiderate, right? And, well, at the start it was annoying, not because of the phone, but just because of the other stuff he did, like not cleaning up after he cooked, putting his feet on the desk right next to me, so his feet were next to my face, like this far apart. And that's until I got a new desk and I moved it further away. But so that was the problem at first. And then the phone calls started picking up to the point where he would I mean, when I say 24/7, I mean, this dude was on did not hang up the phone. Even use the restroom or shower or whatever, he would leave his phone out and stay in the call still. 96 hours straight, 1 week. At this point, me and my other roommate, after our first exam cycle, and having to listen to that, it explode, right? It's like we're angry, we're like planning something, so we get all of his friends together, and we have an intervention. And you would think that, like, you know, having 11 people in a room saying like, hey, we don't want you to break up with this girl, but you need to back off the phone a bit. Even people who don't live in this apartment are telling you to back off the phone with her, right? You'd think that would maybe like kind of change how you view it. No, it did not. It did not work at all. So, I mean, I think for 2 days, he maybe like only was like 11 hours instead of 24. Still not great. But,
Well, to be fair, a lot of couples, long distance or not, are on the phone a lot. A lot of modern couples are always on the phone, always on FaceTime, Snapchat, video call, whatever they need to do to stay connected throughout the day.
And I think that is totally fine if you have your own place to go.
And within reason.
If
you're surrounded by others.
Yeah. Like, if he would go to the library or go to if he had his own room, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. But if you literally are surrounded by your roommates 24/7 because you never leave the apartment, and you're always on the phone and refuse to go anywhere else, he doesn't go out to eat. He just orders food. He just DoorDashes food all the time.
Best life.
It's making me live my worst life right now, bro. Grant will tell. We'll get to that story in a minute, but Grant will tell you I about put him through a wall during finals week.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Also, just so you guys know, I'm getting into a league game, so any random outbursts that happen, that's why.
Dude, I hope you perfectly time it so like you start yelling right as I'm like getting angry about something that
we just both get angry at each other for neither the same reason.
Yeah. No. So basically like after this first intervention, it didn't work, right? So we go back to the drawing board. I go out and I buy a little planner, right? So we can keep track of all the times he's on the phone every day, which we do for like me and my other roommate do for like a week because we forget about it after that because we're so busy with classes. So because we're gonna bring it to the RAs, right? We didn't bring it to the RAs yet, and eventually my other roommate just like the one I'm friends with just explodes at this dude. He's like, all right, from now on you get between 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. because we're sick of it, right? Like, I mean, he was like clearly about to beat this dude within an inch of his life if he didn't stop. He was so angry, and I was like, yes, man. Tell him. That didn't work either. His response to that was to do the exact opposite times in the most inconvenient ways possible. At this point, he knows we're mad at him, right? At this point,
he's actively trying to be an asshole.
Yeah, no. So basically, what happens at this point, right? So the way I told you how the room's laid up, right? So we have our bunks, and then you have my other roommate's like bed, but his bed is by the door, so right there, right?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so good at the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No, I'm sorry. Fuck! So close. So close. Oh my god! I just about got a triple kill. Literally 30 seconds into the game.
This needs to be something every time, so he just has random outbursts at random moments and cuts off in like the perfect ways. Like we're having a good clip going for like a TikTok or whatever, just cuts it off by yelling. No.
Woo! My heart's pumping.
No, but anyway, so he like our roommate, like this is the the door in between the bedroom and the living room. Our roommate decides that he's not going to listen to what we have to say. He's going to keep the lights on and stay in call and be as loud as possible on his call in the middle of the night when my roommate's trying to sleep and I'm trying to sleep. I can't sleep because of his snoring, so it kind of works for me for a little bit, right? Because, like, I then am able to, get a little bit of sleep before him. But he doesn't get much sleep, and he is annoyed, like, bad. But then it gets annoying for me, right? Because what happens is he decides to start climbing into bed between like 2 to 3 a.m. Right as my other roommate is falling asleep, which means when the snoring starts. But because he's on the top bunk, he shakes the bed, which wakes me up. So I've had to start getting up between like 2 to 3 or 2 to 4, somewhere between there. Just get up and start my day. Because like that's all the sleep I'm able to get. I knock on my homework so much faster, so it's kind of for the better. But still, it's really annoying when like you're having a nice dream, all of a sudden, boom, like you're wake up and you just hear snoring and talking. Sets me off. I literally start my day with a dose of adrenaline and extreme anger. Like I mean, when I am so angry, I'm like ripping clothes off my off the hangers, like ripping off like the towel off the rack or whatever to go shower. I'll slam the door to the shower just to show I'm annoyed. And my other roommate, like the one who snores, sleeps right through it. The other guy, that's usually when he's starting to fall asleep. So it'll wake him back up. So that's my way of getting to him a little bit.
I'd be shaking the fucking bed.
Oh,
I'd be on that bottom bunk wiggling my ass.
Yeah, but then so I start my day, right? And then we'll go from there. And then around 7 a.m., 8 a.m., somewhere around there, depending on the day, my other two roommates will wake up. And literally, first thing in the morning, 8 a.m., I've been up for a few hours. I'm doing my work. But those little few hours while everyone else is asleep and I'm doing work, most pleasant parts of my day. It's the time I get the most work done. It's the quietest part of my day. And it's where I'm just happiest. Unless I'm on stream. But it's a sad thing. And so yeah, they wake up and instantly this dude goes back to the phone, just talking away. And this like it's like 8, 9 a.m. And at this point I'm just like, all right, we'll not crank out one more hour and then we'll go grab food. I go grab lunch, I come back. And what's annoying is like the second I go to grab lunch, he starts ordering lunch. By the time I get back, his food is just coming there. By the way, this man orders the smelliest food in the entire world. I don't think there's a food that smells worse and has such a potent smell, quite like the food this guy eats. It just radiates throughout the apartment, and he doesn't notice it. And I'm just like, dude, please, for the love of God, just go somewhere else. And then at like noon, he'll go and lay in bed and talk to her and then fall back asleep until like 4. And then he'll get up and then go back to talking. Right? And that's basically was our daily routine. It was so annoying. And at this point, the really annoying part is that well, basically it becomes finals week, right? And this is where I explode. Like, I mean, I was texting Grant to come over and hold me back.
True story.
Because so I'll tell you exactly what I said in a minute. But basically what happens is like finals week, I'm start studying, right? I need to do well in these 2 finals to pass these classes. Like by the way, I passed both my classes by like the skin of my teeth, bro. Barely. the like one class I got out of pity because they raised my grade up slightly just so I could pass.
Hey, it doesn't matter how you pass.
Hey, I'll take it, man. Because I literally, if I didn't pass that class, I wasn't gonna get into my major of choice. So it was like, they're like, okay, give 'em pity.
Honestly, it's a pretty effective strategy.
Mhm.
To be honest, be like, hey, if I don't pass, like I don't get into my major, please just fucking help me a little bit.
Yeah. Because I mean, I was literally like 0.3 off from passing.
Oh yeah, definitely an easy decision for the professor to help you.
And so anyway, I'm like, I studied like 26 hours for this exam, right? This dude's like, I see him sit down, look over at my monitor to see me actively studying and like watching my lectures, taking notes, making sure I have everything right. This man decides to be the biggest douchebag in the entire world. I mean, I can't say that on stage. That's probably not a good thing to say. Ugh.
No. Continue.
No, because if I say that, it's definitely gonna get me in trouble. We'll skip past that one. We'll skip past that line. Anyway, he's just a major tool at this moment. He sees me studying and decides he's gonna be as loud as physically possible during this time. I mean, another thing that sets me off too is he doesn't close his mouth when he's chewing.
One of those people.
He starts doing that louder, like he starts chewing louder, ordering tougher foods like steak and stuff like that, so he has to chew harder and chew more. He starts talking louder, laughing louder, doing like just being as like loud as possible. Like he knows we're mad at him. He sees me getting madder and madder, and I see him look over and smile that I'm getting mad. This moment, I mean, I was half a second away from grabbing his head and just going boom straight into the wall. Just like I was done. I text Grant, I'm like, dude, I need you to call me right now and calm me down because they will never find his body if I don't get someone to calm me down right now. I had to walk outside and just cool off because I was about to like just murder this dude. I was so done. Like this is not an exaggeration. I was like so angry. I was physically shaking. And at this moment, I go, screw it, I'm texting the RAs. So I text the RAs. They don't respond. They didn't respond until after I went on break. They're going to help us now. But I was like, oh, I guess they're not going to. Yeah, apparently now. We're going to see. I don't know what they're going to do yet, but we're going to talk to them at least and see what we can do. But my plan is...
that motherfucker kicked out, bro. You've already been more patient than I would have been.
Oh, dude. I'm at the point now, I'm giving the RAs a chance, right? I'll be like, hey, set these ground rules where he can't have conversation, like he can't be on a call with her in the apartment. He has to go somewhere else to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Set that ground rule. He doesn't agree to it. I'm going to make it so where he cannot have, like, he's going to have the worst semester of his life. I'm going to lock him out, deadbolt the door. I'm going to, like, disassemble his chair so the second he sits down, it falls apart. I'm going to, like...
You need to get some cameras and set them up.
Oh, dude.
Post the video of him falling.
No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw out all of his leftovers. If he's cooking food and he kind of walks away, I'm gonna turn the stove on higher so it burns his food.
Bro, honestly, just eat his leftovers. That's even funnier.
No, because his leftovers are so gross.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he makes like the worst food.
Dude, it's just crazy to me. I can't imagine like that inconsiderate.
Oh, dude, I told like my other roommate gave me full permission to do whatever I want because he knows I'm like very vengeful, and because I have a limit, right? Like I'm very like I'll be annoyed, but I'm very patient up to a certain point. When I hit that point, you're done. There is no turning back. I'm going to ruin you. Like I already have a plan. Like if it keeps up, like if all those other things don't work, I'm gonna grab his bed, chuck it in the rain, keep it outside. Because that's not a crime. Like that's technically just a prank. Setting it on fire, now that's a crime. So I'm not gonna do that. But just thawing out in the rain, make sure he doesn't like he has a soggy bed. What's he gonna do?
I really can't imagine it. Here's the thing. In my apartment, dude, inconsiderate is like not like doing a full wash of your dish and putting it on the drying rack.
He doesn't do that either.
That's like the maximum inconsiderate that happens in my apartment.
He literally does not wash his dishes like hardly at all. If he washes them, it's a slight rinse. He doesn't know what soap is.
I'd be scrubbing that shit. Well, here's the thing. If
Same.
you use a dishwasher,
We don't have one.
you just have to like okay. Yeah, you need to like soap it then.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
what
here's the
I
thing,
mean. My other roommate know how to clean it. He doesn't. He's never heard
We
of soap apparently.
We've stopped using the dishwasher in my apartment. We've just gone to like hand cleaning everything.
I kind of like hand cleaning. It's like a nice little break from what I'm doing.
Here's the thing. If I see hand clean dishes, I'll grab those first though. Like I don't go back to the cabinet. Like if I see a plate, I just grab the plate.
Fair. Yeah. No.
Stupid rat.
But I'm sick of it. Like
I can
just
imagine.
it's
I'd be
it's gonna take one day to set me off when I get back. The first words out of his mouth better be talking to me and not on the phone. Because if I open the door and he's on the phone when I get back, I'm throwing his phone across the room and shattering it. Actually, that wouldn't even work because he also talks to her on his computer.
Throw his computer across the room.
Bro, just shoot this motherfucker.
Dude, I am so serious, dude. It is the worst experience. It is quite literally like one of those social experiments where you try and like see how crazy you can make someone with just their surroundings.
Dude, you should
At
get
my limit.
the little random interval like noisemakers and like put them in his pillow.
You know what? As soon as you were saying that, I was really thinking about I should get like a bug zapper, and every time he talks on the phone, just swat, just zap.
Jesus.
It's
Awful.
you gotta like Pavlovian affect him to get off the phone.
Be like, sorry, thought I saw a mosquito.
Yeah. Eventually, you just start going to the face, Just... Oh god, dude, I'm a terrible person. Anyway,
What you should do is say, "Oh shoot, there's a fly on your phone." Take it, throw it across the room, and be like, "Oh, it landed on your face," and just absolutely rock him.
Just punch this fucking shit.
get a shock collar and lock it so that he can't take it off every time he's on the phone.
Buy the cheapest shotgun and a single shell.
Oh god.
Have you seen those memes?
Yeah.
Like the gun store clerk when he sees me buy the cheapest shotgun and a single shell.
Which at that point, why even go for the cheapest? I want it to work,
It will.
Yeah, but no, I'm just like, I have plans. So many plans if the RAs fail me. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch on the podcast and on stream, dude. Like you'll see it progress over the time, and I guarantee he's gonna try and mess with me more. But I'm telling you right now, if he even tries to mess with me anymore, he's going off the roof. Like, or not off the roof. We'll go from the 4th floor balcony. That's where we have access to.
Bro said, because that's what I can get to.
It's quick, Just firemen carry him up. I mean, he's like what, 5? Dude, he's like 5'4", or 5'2", 5'4". He's like, yeah, I'm really tall for Vietnamese, dude. I'm like, I don't believe you.
I do.
Fair enough. I'm just like, yeah, no. I hope everyone got like a good little chuckle from my story of pain here.
My suffering.
Yeah, dude. It's like, here's the thing. My other roommate, like my friend, has like been pretty aggressive with it the entire time. Like he's like just had enough of it because like it's actively harming his like sleep and like just mental state. Me, it's just annoying when I'm trying to work on homework or do something. He's on the phone, and he's just become more rude about it. So like, I think my other roommate has like the worst end of it, but it's definitely not helpful for me. Like my other roommate has to now try and stay out of the apartment as much as possible, where for me I kind of like have to stay in the room as much as possible. Because like that's how I just do it. Like if I go, I hate doing stuff at a library. Like I just work better in silence, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is that not the point of a library?
Well, not Purdue libraries. I haven't seen a silent library at Purdue and since I've been
Oh,
there.
Dude, the one by Stewart is fucking dead silent.
Stewart. You're not talking about the underground one, are you?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, no, it is not. I hate the underground one so much. Plus, it's all the way across campus.
I've never been in that library when it wasn't literally so dead silent. It was uncomfortable.
Oh no, dude. Every time I'm there, it's like so loud. Or if it's
you
not,
want there to be a little noise.
yeah, like a little white noise.
But it was fucking eerie the last time I was there.
No, that's never happened to me. It's always been like, every time I go there, it's either it's loud or like, hey, we're closing soon. Even though it's supposed to be 24 hours, apparently, every time I'm there, there's always like some kind of event going on, so they close it early.
Oh, yeah.
Which sucks, dude, because like that's always where my buddies wanted to go for our like project, and I was like, hey guys, how about we don't? Because that's all the way across campus from me. Why don't we meet in the middle somewhere? Because you're like on the other side of campus next to that. Like for me, it's a 20-minute walk. For you, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't have any. I don't think I have any labs this semester. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to double check with the other 2 classes I have to sign up for. But God, I love this GTR so much, or GT3, I mean. Porsches are just so great. Oh God, I didn't brake quick on that one. Yeah, but I'm driving against a Lego car. What is this dude driving? Now, but how's years going since we last talked on the podcast, boys?
Good.
I've developed acid reflux.
Dude, I've had that for so long. It's terrible. It's awful.
Every morning I wake up, I am gagging and puking my eyes out and wanting to kill myself.
Yeah. Now,
And
usually,
why is acid reflux a thing? Like, why does that exist in the human body?
yeah. I always
Have
have
you
it at
tried-
night. I don't have it in the mornings.
Have you tried changing your diet?
True. That worked for me.
I know a lot of people in my family had acid reflux until they had to change their like what they ate.
Well, mine was from like Grippos. Which, fair
Might
enough.
just be food poisoning.
What? That's not, no. There's very 2 distinct feelings between.
Nope.
Shire's too young to have acid reflux or heartburn.
I mean, I've had acid reflux.
My mom found me these like
Some point.
acid reducers, and they're just starting to kick in, and they've been helping a little bit. I'm hoping once they fully kick in after the 4 days that it'll really make a difference, because I can't live like this.
Yeah, dude, it's terrible, right?
Like I always heard of acid reflux, but like I never knew it was like this.
You always thought it was like after you eat something, you throw up a little in your mouth and it kind of burns.
I just thought maybe it made your stomach. I just thought maybe your stomach got a little upset when you ate
No.
certain things.
No,
But
it
no,
burns.
it just makes your entire existence hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit hurts. It burns.
Dude, I had a heartburn so bad last night, followed by acid reflux because I drank like a bottle and a half of wine yesterday. It
more,
was, huh?
more.
More? Well, I don't think I ever want to try it again, to be honest with you. That was like the worst. I mean, I was sitting up vertically like this, and I was still having acid reflux and stuff like that. It was like, oh, I took Tums, didn't help. Nothing was working, man. It was brutal. We're like 20, like we're in our 20s, and we're talking about like problems we should be having in our 40s.
That's what I'm saying.
Seems like a
Yeah.
you problem, honestly.
Shire's too young to understand any problems that us old folk are having.
Us old folk,
Yeah, that's basically how it is nowadays.
us senior citizens.
Yeah, I always get the senior citizens meals, you
Motherfucker.
know, and the kids meals combined. Make it a normal adult meal.
I like to get the senior citizen discount.
Yeah. Me when I show that I play Rocket League in my 20s. That joke did not hit as well. I guess you guys don't play Rocket League. Every like Rocket League pro retires when they're like 23, or if they don't retire, they're like washed by the time they're 20. So
I knew they died young.
only the good die young, I suppose.
Zen will kick out by the time he's 12.
He's what?
That's
how
the
old do you
joke
think-
is that Zen's like what, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, the joke was that he's like really young.
Oh, did you guys see that they just announced that for RLCS they're allowing 13-year-olds to compete now? The scene's gonna be completely different, bro.
There was a rule against
Yeah, you had to be
13.
16 years or older to compete, but now it's 13 years or older.
why was there ever
Basically the same kind of like when you're doing that, you basically have to be out of like school because you're traveling all over the world. Not many parents are gonna be like, "Hey, yeah, you're 13. We want you out of school to play this game."
We want you out of school in
16-year-olds has a little bit
Random
more
country.
leeway, you know.
No,
Where
I'm
is
not
it
sure
gonna
I
be this
understand. It
year?
should be 18. If that's the reasoning.
Yeah, but the problem is when you're 18, you're basically starting to get washed. So like they did it younger, so like it's better competition and more viewing, so more people watch. Which
where
fair,
is it this year?
honestly, because I want RLCS back so bad. They still haven't announced it. I want it back. What do we want? RLCS. When do we want it now?
No.
Dude, I'm just like, it's been so long since I've watched pros play besides like YouTube
Oh,
videos.
no, Epic Games is gonna get rid of the RLCS.
No, because they made this new announcement. I don't think they are. At least not in the at least not for another season. I think if they got rid of RLCS as well, they'd have like major heat on them because like RLCS is like one of the most popular esports. Like to watch. Like everyone loves it.
It goes like League, Dota,
And Valorant.
and Valorant. Yeah, League, Dota, Valorant, Rocket League.
I don't know if Dota is more popular.
No, Dota. There's like Dota championships are actually kind of crazy.
Oh, okay. Take your word for it. Or knows I'm not watching that.
I've never played and I've never watched, but I mean, I've heard and seen that like they're like huge and like they have multi-million-dollar prize pools at every event.
Wow.
Yeah, Dota is pretty big.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's mid as fuck, but
Yeah. No. I understand Valorant. I understand
League.
League. Like those are just all. I mean, those. Not Valorant hasn't always been, but Valorant's very popular, and CS:GO was very popular before Valorant. So basically, kind of replaced that.
CS:GO is
CS:GO is kinda
valid.
dropped off.
Val is mid.
I agree, Val's mid, but it's more popular than CS:GO.
Well, now it is.
Yeah, now.
Because it's new.
Yeah, and also you
Well,
just have
it's not-
more to
it's
do with
almost
it. It's
like-
not the same game.
It's almost 4 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose it is.
Well, like beta testing came out in 19,
Yeah.
so like I guess 5.
No.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
Um,
2024 in freaking 5 days.
Yeah, but it released in like what, June, so it doesn't really count. You know.
June of 1985.
Yo, another thing though, Grant. We're almost at our 10-year mark of knowing each other.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty old.
Yeah. Well,
How does it feel to be old as fuck?
I'm feeling it, bro.
Same.
What a great car. Anyway, yeah, hurts a bit, you know.
Yep.
What doesn't these days, you know? Best
So true.
best times of our lives, I suppose. No, I honestly am at that like age right now where I feel invincible. Like, oh hey, I'm in like major pain. I'll just sleep it off. I don't need to go to a doctor's appointment or like a hospital or something. I'll just sleep it off.
Oh, I puked up blood the other day. I should go to the hospital, but I won't.
Yeah, it's like
You're goddamn right.
we're at our 20s. We don't need to start going to hospitals and stuff like that to our 30s. We're fine.
I can't.
Health
afford the
insurance?
hospital. That's
What is
my
that?
current issue.
Dude, but when unethical life hacks, when they pick up the or they start calling you about paying your hospital bill, just don't answer. Eventually
Should
they'll
just
stop
move
calling
to
you.
Canada and everything
So
like that.
true.
Don't move to Canada. The housing price is way worse than the US.
So true.
Norway.
Why would anyone want to go to fucking Norway?
At that point, just go to
Wait.
Sweden.
Well, Sweden's health insurance isn't free. Norway's is.
True. But you can get like a place in Sweden for like pennies compared to the US. I think I saw someone have like a studio or no, that's South Africa I was thinking of, that has like $68 a month for like a studio apartment.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Mm,
Go
a lot
from
of
fucking
them
South Africa.
love South
Call me
Africa.
Elon Musk, the way I'm gonna call that shit my birthright. I swear to God.
Ugh, yeah, about to move up and ship over there.
Dude, I'll shit myself in a crate.
Like
My
Tyrion
fucking-
Lannister.
Yeah, like fucking Madagascar, bro. Call me Alex on Lion, the way
Ugh.
I'd be in the crate.
Shut
I
up.
swear to God, man.
I
I'm
under-
so excited for this election cycle.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't-
honestly, yeah, true.
I don't even care who wins at this point. I want to know.
Yeah. I'm just not looking forward to seeing like Twitter be political. Like, bro, I like my gaming content on Twitter. I like seeing all my friends post like about gaming problems and stuff like that. I don't need to see the geopolitical state of the world on my Twitter timeline.
Dude, can we just like talk about the geopolitical state of the world right now?
And only politics I want to talk about is
Tweet.
Star Wars.
I saw that video you sent me about Alex Jones.
I am literally like that too. That's the funny part. Like if they're like, don't bring up politics, I'll just start talking about Star Wars politics to see who catch on. Like who will catch on. You know?
Yeah.
You're like, man, I didn't know like Africa was in a war against the Trade Federation
Dude,
or the Dominican Republic. There you go.
the only reason I'm excited for this election cycle is just because of what happened with like Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what happens.
I don't know,
'Cause
man.
It'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Because realistically, like the Supreme Court will probably strike that shit down.
Oh yeah.
Just because like Trump appointed what three justices?
2 or 3.
I
I
think it
know.
was
I
3.
know it was the. I can't remember the woman's name.
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh-
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah, that was the one. And then there was someone must have been before them if you're saying 3. I didn't. I thought it was only 2. Who cares, bro? Honestly, I'm ready for the housing market to go down. I'm ready for BlackRock and Vanguard to stop buying out houses. Boop. There we go. No, but back to the real hard-hitting topics. Gravity Falls is such a good show, bro.
Oh my goodness! Don't get me started.
Grant and I have been watching
you
it.
just learning this now?
No. But
rewatching
Grant and I are rewatching it right now, and it's just such a good show.
because it's so like you watch the first couple of episodes and you're like, this is Family Guy for children.
It really is.
Like the cutaways are so weird. They're so out of pocket. Because a lot of the cutaways are like Iraq Lobster levels of just like what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean?
So true.
Which, by the way, hilarious bit.
That's-
Iraq Lobster is the greatest play on a song. I feel so bad because like kids these days, like kids who are like 11 and 12 right now,
Don't
will
know who the
never
B-52s are.
Yeah, they'll never understand just how fucking weird the B-52s are.
True.
It's so
Love
weird.
Shack.
Dude, imagine, remember, the generation after us will never listen to Love Shack at a wedding
Or Rocky Top.
or Rocky Top. That is crazy.
Maybe. Dude, what are they going to be throwing it back to? Gotta be a Drake song.
Hotline Bling.
No. That's
You
I think
know
that's
what,
millennials, not Gen Z.
They can't all leave me wondering.
Kanye.
Oh, dude. Yes.
It'll be Kanye, dude.
Dude.
They're
No,
like,
can we-
"Yo, this guy
Did
was
you see that
crazy."
Joe Rogan bit where he's talking to Shane Gillis where he's like, you know, Kanye really timed that well. What a time to hate Jews.
Yo, low key. I didn't think about that, but
It's such
so true.
Oh yeah, such a great bit too that like he included. Like I would never have like thought of that until he said that.
Well, think about it. The same group of people that hated Kanye for saying stuff like that
Now agree
are
with
now,
him.
are now the people who are like, maybe he had a point. And it's like, what the fuck?
No curveball, no switch up, just straight gas.
Jesus.
Oh my god, I didn't realize what I just said.
Got our own personal Kanye around here.
Oh god, dude, I was just making a joke like how quickly just things changed there, and then I realized what I said.
Yeah, no, it's
I
just
never
so
would have
weird.
even caught that if you didn't mention that, by the way. You could just let that slide, and I wouldn't have even noticed, but now we have a TikTok clip, so thank you.
Yeah. No, it's just really, really odd how, you know, it's like when you watch like movies that like take place in ancient Rome about like emperors or whatever, and they always say like the mob is fickle. Like it is so crazy.
Mhm.
Like how the whims of people change.
Yeah, like people are so easily manipulated, it's crazy.
It is wild.
Not us, though. We manipulate
of
each
course.
other for sport.
Oh no, we're perfect human beings, perfect specimens.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we do is correct,
Well,
objectively. It's that simple. I mean, I am looking at some of the worst game design I've ever seen.
what's that?
So I'm on War Thunder,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
say
on the
no
back-
more.
and on the back of this tank, there's a shovel, but it's being held up by two brackets. One of the brackets makes perfect sense because you like slide the shovel into it, but the other bracket is a complete C that is just welded onto the back of the tank, holding the handle.
I see.
So it is impossible to get the shovel off of the back of the tank.
Mhm.
It's an artisanal piece on the tank.
Yeah.
Can you imagine explaining that to like your commanding officer? Be like, no, sir, it's a artisanal piece.
Bro, I was in front of him.
How long has this recording been?
54 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. I'm having fun. We haven't had an episode in I don't know how long. Let's just keep going for the fun of it. You know, we can separate into multiple episodes.
I really want to go get a cinnamon roll though.
Okay, why don't we end it off here? You come back, eat your cinnamon roll, and then we'll keep going.
Okay.
Do another episode. While we're here, we're having fun. Just not crank out a couple. You know, we still got more to talk about.
All an all-nighter, fucking.
I'm good with it.
Realistically, you two have more to talk about.
True.
I'm focused on League. I don't know what Shy is doing.
Yeah, you guys haven't been talking much.
Yeah, Shira's
That's
a
because
bad time.
I
Personally.
genuinely have no idea anything you guys have said over the past however many minutes.
Wait, do you not know about like all the Colorado stuff?
What?
The
it's
stuff with
not.
Colorado and Trump?
Since when have you ever known me to pay attention to political stuff? One. And two, my point wasn't that I didn't know what you're talking about. My point was that I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he wasn't
I
listening.
was so zoned out, you guys were just
Oh.
voices in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go get a.
All right. Well, I think on that note, we're gonna end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're back, and yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're not leaving. But yeah, no. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night, or day, or whatever. And yeah, Grant, send them off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Time for a beautiful, delicate send off. With nipples high and spirits low, we leave this fine post Christmas podcast recording to you. Goodbye